Hey guys, welcome to Interview with an Artist. I am Dorothy Peterson. I love to talk to all types of artists. There are painters, there are designers, there are movie makers, there are models. There are so many types of art, and I want to jump in the minds of all of them. So today we are actually talking to some movie makers, and we're going to find out the process as well as some of the steps you might have to take in order to get there and to be successful at it. So today we are sitting here with my lovely friends, Julian and Joe. Hi, Julian and Joe.
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy.
So
Great
now,
to see you.
thank you guys. What is the name of your project,
The Last Hit.
and what is it about?
It's a character-driven criminal action drama with a heart.
Right.
Criminal action drama with a heart.
Correct.
All right, well, we always love that. You know, society loves action, but we need that drama and that emotion too, because that's what we all go through every day, correct?
That's right, correct.
So now you guys are going to find the ways of showing that to where we can all connect
Correct.
or just get our minds blown,
Yeah, you will.
literally. So, what is the AFM?
Oh, that's the American Film Market, which takes place once a year in Santa Monica, California.
Oh, wow. And how long is this event?
A week, 7 days.
7 days.
And what made you guys get a
long
part of
days.
it?
Well, we typically, when you go to the AFM, you go there with a finished film.
Okay.
We don't have a finished film. What we have is a finished animatic.
So now what is an animatic?
An animatic is basically a moving storyboard.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So storyboard is typically like that picture that's just up and it'll explain the scene.
It's what directors and producers use when they're filming a movie. They usually have a big board with still drawings of each scene, so the director can get an idea what the framing is, where the
Yeah.
characters are
shot.
sitting, you know, all that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
so now you guys already wrote this movie, and now you also did a moving storyboard so pretty much like a version of the movie to kind of show what it could look like or the directions it could go in.
Exactly.
That's right. It's 90 minutes long. No one's ever done that before.
Oh, wow.
We decided to take the long road and do it because we thought it would be a
better
easier way
approach.
for us
Much better representation
to
of
get
what the movie is.
necessary funding for the film.
Yeah.
Right. Well, as a visual person myself, because I'm into arts in so many different ways, but as a visual person, I would think a moving storyboard would definitely catch my attention a lot faster than someone just giving me a script and telling me about it and not really creating like emotion from visuals. You know what I
And
mean?
they also usually, like I say, it's the practice today is they usually do trailers. You know,
Oh, so they'll make a mini trailer to kind of give you an idea.
Yeah.
But not really showing you throughout the whole movie.
Right, right.
All right, I see. What were you trying to accomplish at this event initially?
Well, initially we thought we were going to hopefully sell the movie, and in a way we did.
So now, I'm sorry if you don't mind me interrupting.
sure.
You said that at this event, usually people already have finished movies.
Correct.
So now you already knew that you were going in with a movie that's not made yet, but yet presented in a way to show you what it can look like made, and then try to get the financing and the backing from
correct.
there. But that's not normally how people go about the American film market.
No, we did it. We did everything differently.
Which is cool because sometimes you have to switch things up in order to have some results.
That's right. That's
So
right.
how did that turn out for you guys?
Very well. I mean, we got 3 solid offers
yeah. and
for what they call joint venture.
A joint venture, so someone working with you to create this vision?
Well, but it also means that they're willing to match whatever funding we come up with. So if we come up with $250,000, they will
Match
that.
Now, does that mess with your creative control?
Not in 2 of the offers we got. They're willing to let us have artistic control.
Right.
Sometimes it can, though. So,
Okay,
you know,
sometimes it can interrupt.
Yeah, yeah,
So you have to be careful with that.
yeah.
Right.
What is something that you didn't know but learned at the American film market that you just had no idea about?
Well, for one thing is how risk averse the distributors and salespeople are right now.
So what does that mean exactly?
Meaning that they really want to see something extraordinary before they even start talking.
consider you.
Yeah.
I understand that. So now I know that you guys have your postcard, and this is pretty much the picture and a brief layout.
Right.
Now, how do you convince them to download the animatic and be able to watch that? Because that's pretty much the thing that's going to blow their minds, correct?
Absolutely. Some people plug we brought a thumb drive
Yeah.
with everything on it,
Yeah, the whole deck.
and we gave it to a couple of guys who immediately inserted it into their computer.
During the interview.
And ready to
Well,
start
they
peeking.
look at it.
They didn't
Exactly.
watch the whole thing,
No.
but they said, "Oh, this is interesting," and
Skimmed it.
and then after about 5 minutes, this is fantastic. No, and then we had a very positive reaction.
That's good. Now, if I could be the devil's advocate, this says on here, sometimes you need an assassin in the family, the last hit.
Right.
So it's about an assassin. What makes your assassin movie any different than any other assassin movie or any other, because I think I just saw one with Ethan Hawke that just came out and maybe some others, and then we know of some in the past, but what makes yours different or stand out different?
Well, we call it a crime action drama.
With a heart.
Which you never normally hear with a heart.
Right.
So what does with a heart mean exactly?
Well, Eddie Collette, who is the lead
Professional
character.
hitman.
Okay, and
He-
who's Eddie Collette? Who's
Well,
playing?
he's playing Eddie Collette in the animatic.
in the
So you're a
animatic.
writer and you're an actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So am I.
Okay.
And he takes on one last job before he retires after suffering a crisis of conscience.
Of conscience. And
Yeah.
you know we all suffer those conscience
Yeah.
crises.
His life unravels when he finds out he's terminally ill, and the man who hired him for that last hit betrays him by kidnapping his wife and threatening to kill her if he doesn't turn himself into the police unless he confesses to the murder.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so there's a few different things going on here. Being sick, love, revenge, and just making sure your family's set up before you're gone.
Well, speaking of family, his family then it uncovers his secret
Right.
to his family.
Because his family doesn't know what he does for a living. They think he's has some other job.
He
Yeah.
has to enlist his son, who's graduating the
Military
military
academy.
academy before he goes on to active duty to help rescue his wife.
Oh wow!
You know.
Well, that sounds kind of interesting because now you know the son is absolutely capable of helping the dad,
Right.
but had no idea that dad was actually.
Well,
a
that's
hitman.
the dramatic, conflict that the son suddenly discovers, oh, my dad is a professional killer.
Yeah, even though he's in school to become a professional killer
Well,
himself.
but
You know what I
he's a
mean?
legal killer as
A
well. But the
legal
I know what you're
professional
saying.
killer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, an army is basically a legal
Hey, like
killing.
father, like son. That's all I'm
Not
saying.
so. Yeah.
They
Let's not
both.
forget that Eddie has a moral center here.
Right.
He's able and was able to keep his lives apart until, unfortunately, this
No.
moment. And then, of course, they have to battle the Italian mob, the Russian thugs, the
Mexican cartel.
Mexican cartel.
Oh, wow. So there's a few
and
different-
his illness.
And himself. Yes. Wow. That definitely sounds like a lot of interesting topics, situations. It feels like I would be stuck to the TV to see what's going to happen next.
It's
So I
got a
love it.
plot. It's
Yes.
not just a bang bang shoot 'em up.
Yeah, I love that. Now, did you accomplish any goals or agendas you had at the AFM, American Film Market?
I think we did.
I mean, by saying, I guess you have like 3 different people to talk to that you can negotiate with possibly to
Absolutely.
see your possible future of where it'll go
Besides
from
the connections, I mean, the growth for us, the growth spurt for RMR Productions was huge.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
was 7 days of just,
Pure.
one
It
room
was-
to another. Yeah.
It was like an accelerated course in the film business. I mean,
Right, and it's 7 days, and then you guys, from what I heard, you guys are on lockdown. You're not allowed to like really leave or no one else from the outside is allowed to come in. If you're a part of the American Film
Yeah.
Oh,
Market,
yeah, right.
then
yeah.
it's just that. And
Yeah.
now it's like everyone focus in right now.
Yeah.
Present.
Yeah.
So then after an 8-hour day, how did you feel
The
afterwards?
days
Oh,
were
man,
longer
we
than 8 hours. The
Exhausted.
days were 10, 12 hours.
Oh wow.
We were surprised how exhausting and intense it was because we thought, oh, we're going to go there, we're going to wheel and deal. At the end of the first day, we looked at each other and went, oh man, this is tough. We're going to have to really up our game for this one.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy and emotion. So
Mm.
first you have to learn, and then you have to give that energy and emotion to try to get
Yeah.
what it is that you're looking
You're
for,
right,
or learn what you're looking
absolutely.
for.
And we don't forget, the important part too was we began this several weeks in advance when we started reaching out to the distribution companies and the production companies that deal with
Studios, yeah.
our genre of a movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that when you are there, they know who you are,
Right.
who you represent, what you represent.
You did your homework and
In
your
order to
research.
get-
Oh yeah.
In
Yeah.
order to
Make
get
sure
Very
that-
important.
Yes.
Very important,
I would assume it would make it easier for your process when you're there because they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you guys contacting
Yes,
me.
exactly.
But even with that, it was still
Tough.
tough. We still had to convince some people to talk to us because
Of
some people
course.
didn't want to. It wasn't like they were kicking us out, but they said, "Well, we're not interested," And then we had to say, "Come on," and we showed them stuff and talked to them eventually.
Well, they're used to probably, hearing a lot of passion, but there's no real good product behind
Right,
it.
exactly.
So you have to convince people of that. I mean, I used to do and still do sometimes promotional modeling, and I have had a dollar bill with like a coupon on top of the dollar. Like here, people would not take the dollar. I'm like, it is free money. You have to convince them
Can you imagine
of
that?
why
Yeah.
you're handing them something.
Right,
So
right.
I would assume that
Yeah.
it went the same way. You had to convince them.
You're right.
Whatever
that's
it takes.
That's a great example.
You
It's
know,
like,
I
here's money.
swear, it's
we,
money.
we attended a conference where the person put a dollar bill with his production company and name on it instead of the card.
Yep.
And because it was a dollar bill, he got selected. So it's whatever it takes. You got to
Yes,
think
and
outside
you-
the box.
And you
Outside
guys
the box.
were.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for the project, and where did it begin?
Well, it began in 2016, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 2 years ago.
Well, almost
3
3 years ago, actually. It was Julian was attending the premiere of a movie that he was in called Oscar Night.
Yeah, Near Myth, the Oscar
Near
Night
Myth,
story.
Oscar Night.
A mockumentary.
Yeah.
Right.
And him and I had met 2 years before, and we had done some projects together, but we never really sat down and did something really serious. And one night I had an idea of creating a crime drama where the lead actor was not a cookie cutter hero, but it was somebody with conflict and possibly maybe, terminally ill. And when I presented the idea to him, he thought it was great.
Yeah, he came out too. Of course, we all support each other in our endeavors to support the film, and myself and those in it, and said we need to talk. And that night, afterwards we had a
Powwow.
a powwow where
Art,
he,
what I call art powwow.
Yeah.
where he mentioned the idea and asked me if I'd like to be along, and wow. I was,
Did the story grow from there with each other? Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
maybe we should do
Oh,
this,
yes,
and then
yeah,
we do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
we began writing it the following week.
Absolutely.
Wow. And how long did it take to write?
About a year.
Well, 4 months to write it,
Well, but then there was the we
but a
did
year to flush everything out.
right.
Right, and really figure out what to keep and what was not needed at
That's
all.
a tough process. Also, a lot of people don't realize to sell a good movie. First, you have to have a good script. If you don't have a good script, it's very tough. And we went to Mark W. Travis, who is a script doctor.
Consultant.
So there's script doctors.
Oh yeah, there's
So
like
not just script writers, but there's people to look over the script you
Yes.
wrote to and help to
Yes.
guide you on
Yes.
how to
Yeah,
make
we
it
were
better.
like 50, 60 pages in.
which is
and we-
unusual because most people would wait till they finish the whole thing, 90, 120 pages, then they bring it to the script doctor. And the reason that it worked better for us is because he stopped us from making huge mistakes. Because I've written books, we've written stuff, but we never written a screenplay before, And
Well, I had written one, but
yeah,
but
I had
again,
written one too, but not a full length, 120 pages.
Right.
Yeah, feature.
I
And then on
co-wrote
top
some
of it, to be able to get those the help before finishing, so that you write it more according to those rules or
And also the character development, that's basically where we were a little weak, right? 'Cause-
Yeah, let's just say we went up the canyon, and we visited Mr. Travis, who had done a film, one of my favorites, called Bronx Tale, which is why we were there to begin with, and he popped our balloons, or our big balloon.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much dazed and confused all
Yeah.
the way down the canyon
wow.
back home.
Yeah, it
Well-
was like our first taste of failure in a way,
yeah.
and a little depressing,
Okay.
but
But inspiring too.
inspiring at the
Yeah,
same
you have
time.
to keep striving in this
Yeah,
business.
because you can get
can't-
depressed, and then that can
Yeah,
shut you
and then
off.
you say, "Oh, well, I'm
Exactly.
not going to do it."
Yeah.
No, we tightened our belts and said, okay, we got to get this stuff right.
What we learned is, in a nutshell, that use our acting skills and go into the main character and write it from there. And it began, so we basically started over again, but it began writing itself. And then that character led to another and another. Before you know it, we had so many wonderful characters, and we had
That sounds
an
amazing.
amazing story.
So now, wait, your script doctor was the writer of A Bronx Tale?
No, he was the
Consultant
guy that
on
consulted on that film
Got it.
as a
Palminteri-
script doctor.
Chaz Palminteri wrote
Chaz.
Bronx Tale.
Okay.
Right.
Commentary.
Great film.
So now, what is the genre that you say that this movie is?
Crime drama.
A crime drama.
Action drama.
Crime action drama.
With a heart.
With a heart. Do not forget that all. With a heart.
With a heart.
Now, in a perfect world, where would you go from here with this movie?
Movie number 2,
Number 3, number
4.
4.
So now we're talking the last hit number 2, or
No.
we're
Oh,
talking
no.
a
No, we-
whole nother movie?
Well, actually,
All of the above.
the way we wrote the ending of this current version is that
Well, you don't want to tell us. You want our audience to watch.
No, but I'm not going to tell you what the ending is.
Okay.
But we wrote it with the lead into a possible sequel. There's a big question mark at the end of the movie.
Well, that's the smartest way to do it, isn't it?
Right,
To kind of
right.
leave you open, like,
Well,
wait, what's
we have
gonna
other
happen?
ideas, other stories that we're working on
Yeah.
that we'd like to.
We have 3 other projects that we'd love to do. One comedy,
Okay.
a spy drama, and a historical drama.
And to answer your question, the goal is make the first one to be able to make the second, third, and fourth.
Right.
All right, because you guys are movie makers, not just a movie creator.
Right.
Now, is there a name of your company? Do you have a production
Yes.
company?
RMR Entertainment Films.
RMR
Entertainment Films.
Entertainment Films.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
LLC, which is recently incorporated.
Are any of you acting in the movie?
Well, we're acting in the animatic, and we hope to have parts in the film. However, depending on the budget, if we get a big budget, which would be great, we may not be playing the characters that we played in the animatic.
Right.
Yeah,
But
the budget will determine,
and what roles that you play in? Is there any roles that you want to play in?
Well, the roles that we currently have, he's playing Eddie Collette, the lead, and I'm playing Leo Benetti, the head of the Benetti crime family.
So you're a bad guy?
A bad guy. Oh, yeah.
And you are the guy?
He's the guy. Yeah.
I mean, I can't see anybody playing the role of Leo other than Joe. But again, depending on our budget, we may have to step
You're
aside.
open.
We love each other.
Yes, but you're open. And this looks like
You gotta stay,
you right here in
no,
this
actually, that's
picture.
Eddie.
That's
It's not me.
well, it's Eddie
This
Collette.
is Eddie
That's
Collette.
Eddie Collette,
Got it.
professional hitman.
So guys, we're gonna go personal now. I want to know a little bit about the creators here. So now, do you have any favorite authors or any favorite books?
I do. J.R.R. Tolkien,
And what kind of stuff does he write?
the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I love Lord of the Rings. I
Lord
am
of the
a
Rings.
complete geek.
Me too.
I love it. High five.
High five.
All right, Julian, do you have any authors or any books that you like or love?
Well, I got to go back to the first couple books that I read that really I went on a ride with mentally, which was The Count of Monte Cristo,
I love that story.
written by the French writer Dumas, and The Three Musketeers. That kind of started me on my reading
Yeah.
back in the day.
It's like those kind of stories are like the underdog that's really like the hidden superhero in the group, but then has to go through all this adversity and then all of a sudden blossoms into this beautiful thing. So that's awesome. I love it. So how about, do you guys have any favorite actors or movies?
Too many to.
But
Yeah.
male would be Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Now, didn't he do the movie like My Little Foot or
Yeah.
something like that?
Lincoln. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he's amazing.
In females, Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep has been in everything now. I love her from Death Becomes Her
Yep.
to lately It's Complicated.
Yep.
I love that movie.
She can do drama, comedy, everything.
Everything. But then I love the fact that she's an older woman that doesn't take herself too seriously,
Yep.
and can have fun with it as well.
Yep.
So I love that. How about you?
Well, I got to go back to again. Depends on the decade. The first couple of movies that I watched that influenced me back in '72, I think it's before you were born, was
Yes.
The Godfather.
Ah,
So you're
classic.
talking Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan,
Yeah.
Diane Keaton,
Yeah.
Talia Shire, Robert Duvall.
Yep.
That's
You know,
amazing.
Cavelli,
I love it. I mean, it's a huge classic. Everybody loves that movie, but that's what really stuck for you.
Well, you know, there are others on the Love Story with, Ali McGraw. That was,
Love story. All right, guys. So if you haven't seen any of that, make sure you check it out. In the Hobbit trilogy, Lord of the Rings, any Daniel Day-Lewis, Meryl Streep, The Godfathers, all that, man. Check it out. Good stuff. Okay, so now do you guys have your own social media, or is there a website?
We have a website, actually. It's www.thelast-hit-movie.com.
thelast-hit-movie.com.
Yeah, go
and there they can learn about what this movie is, what it's about.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for
You're
sharing
welcome.
this with
Very
us. Joseph,
Okay.
Julian,
great to have you. Mwah.
thank you. High fives.
High
I'm a high five
fives.
girl.
High fives.
So The Last Hit, thelast-hit-movie.com. Check out Joseph Armilis and Julian Flynn on Facebook as well if you have any questions for them directly. But thank you guys for joining us for Interview with an Artist. Until next time.
Dorothy Peterson. Whoop, whoop.